Good morning, everyone. It's early in the morning. Had a nice, lovely day. September 1st. We're coming out of the nice summer weather, although it's been a little bit on the hot side. And what I wanted to speak to those persons about today as a little proactive, preventive maintenance to save you some trouble for in the winter. In the wintertime, what's one of the things that happens all the time? You end up with locks that are frozen, you end up with fuel line freeze up, and you also end up with those doors that are frozen shut. And there's all kind of problems associated. Broken door handles, you can't get your key in, to open up to even get inside. So I wanted to talk a little bit about some of those things today, and I hope that they will serve you well. All right, the first thing I want to say is the one thing that you want to do now while it's warm, while it's dry, is to make sure that the locks are lubricated, and not only just where the key goes in, but the actual mechanism where the door engages the bar inside the door to actuate the lock. And one of the things that I use all the time, and these products are not corporate sponsors, they're just products that I use that work real well, is this PB Blaster. And it has a nice little extension wand, and what I will do as I close the doors here is to just engage the lock, give it a quick spray, wipe off the excess. I should have had a paper towel with me when I did that. So let me grab one here and just wipe that off. The other thing, if you can see here, the mechanism where the bar from the inside of the door engages the lock mechanism, just give that a spray as well and wipe off the excess as it runs out. That'll save you some trouble, and you can hear how smooth that engages. So that's another thing that you can do. That'll help you with the locks and the doors freezing up. Another product, since we're talking about the locks freezing up, is to have a little lock de-icer, and try not to lose the little straw that goes with that, which I happen to have lost. I'm sure I'll find it again though. And leave that taped on the inside in case you need to use it if they do freeze up. Now to prevent the door from freezing up, what you want to do is take a good look at your weather stripping, and that's the strips around the door, right there on the inside as well as the outside, as well as the inside of the door. And with the freeze and thaw and the rain and that comes in the fall time, you want to be proactive. And so what you want to do is you just want to take a paper towel, give it a nice squirt with some protectant. This is a pretty generic protectant right now. And you want to go over those weather strippings, give them a nice coating, and I'll make sure that they're good and hydrated. On both the inside of the door as well as the outside. Now that prevents moisture buildup, keeps the rubber nice and subtle, keeps the moisture from engaging. As the temperatures go down, that's what'll have the door freeze up on you. And another thing is to actually wipe the insides of the doors. So that the moisture doesn't really stick in there. I'll go all the way around the doors, not only the inside of the doors, but the outside on the bottom where no one ever takes the time to clean it, which is where they always rust. Especially on the bottom, you'll get that rust. So if you do a couple of these, very preventative, very easy to do, you'll have far less trouble in the winter time. And as far as for making sure you're prepared, get yourself a nice snow wand, one that's not going to freeze your hands. Now this happens to be a pretty generic one, so I'll just stick him in the back hatch. And the other thing is to make sure you have an extra pair of gloves in case you have some snow work to do and the other ones get wet. So I'll pop them in the back as well. Another thing you can do as a proactive measure is use some carb and fuel injector cleaner. This one's already been half used. Give her a shot in there as you're still driving around in the warmer months. That'll help clean those fuel injectors, give you a little bit of increase in the miles per gallon, since we all know how expensive gas is at the moment. And just take a little can of regular salt, doesn't even have to be iodized, and use that to store, because you'd be surprised how very efficient this is in case you have a real slick spot and you're stuck. So those are a couple little tips. Proactive, help you eliminate the door freezing, the lock freezing, help you to be a little bit prepared for the winter time, which is coming up after our nice fall. So I hope you enjoyed this little video. I'm out here early in the morning. I hope that you find it useful. Don't be afraid to like and subscribe. There's several hundred videos on my YouTube channel. I hope everybody has a wonderful day enjoying the nice weather that we have as we progress into fall. And we all know what happens after fall in the Northeast. All right, remember to be kind to one another. Help your neighbor if you can. See ya.